Welcome back to Foundations of Character. I'm Scott Wilkinson and this is my channel. Now, in my last video, I talked about discipline, what it is and what it means. And today we're going to look at how discipline actually works. Now, imagine this. You're creating a universe. You're about to fill it, or you have filled it, with a smart, capable species, one with a body, a soul, and a mind. You place the soul inside the body so you can communicate with your creation. And you want your creation to love you and follow your ways, but you also want them to have a choice. Because love without free will isn't really love. So you give your creation a mind, one that can reason, think, and choose. You also want the species to use that mind to control its body, create things, and make the world better. You want them to be productive, curious, and enjoy all the things that you've created for them. So you design a few concepts to help them stay orderly, productive, and creative. Those are things that will also protect their mind. Now, how would that system actually work? Let's think about what ingredients you would need for a system like that. First, you need a foundation, a guiding structure for how to live. We're going to call that values. Then you need a purpose, a reason why those values even matter. And finally, you need priorities. And priorities are the order of actions that align with the values and the purpose. If you put those three things together, boom, you've got discipline. So how does it work? Well, you need values, purpose, and priorities to understand discipline. Your values are your life's hierarchy of importance. I'll give you an example. Example would be like God, wife, kids, work, friends, hobbies. Example 2 would be like self, pleasure, social justice, money. Example 3 would be like work, friends, family, hobbies, God. Your purpose is why you value that list. It gives you direction. Now, your priorities are the order of actions you take to live out your values and your purpose. Now, I think it's important for you to write them down. When you write down your values and your why, you get clarity on your next steps, which is what you're supposed to do. Now, here's how discipline actually functions. When you know your values, your purpose, and your priorities, you gain focus, which is a clear direction. And what your mind consistently focuses on, it's going to move towards that. So some people call that a goal. If your top value is God, for example, and you focus on God, you're focusing on the highest possible standard. So you'll naturally aim to do what's right and contribute to making the world better. Then comes action. If you act consistently in line with that focus, you're going to get a result. If that result moves you closer to your focus, it feels great. And your brain's going to reward you with some dopamine. And that's your brain's way of saying, do that again. Now, over time, this repetition rewires your brain to associate disciplined action with reward. Now, if your action doesn't get the result you wanted, change the method, not the goal. The fun part is figuring out how to make progress. Your methods can evolve, but your focus should stay steady. It needs to stay the same. Now, here's a secret most people miss. The method that works for you depends on your personality. Discipline is not a one-size-fits-all kind of concept. Sometimes we fail because we're copying someone else's system. You have to invent one that fits you. Let me give you an example. My personality is extreme. Even my self-talk is extreme. I kind of love that about myself, but my joints started aching, so I decided to lift weights just to loosen up. It felt good. I got sore. I love being sore. So I went back the next day, and the next, and the next. And here's how my mind works. If I miss just one day, even after years, it means I quit. So I can't miss. I went from zero lifting to lifting every day. And I would go at 11 p.m. for 2 to 3 hours. And I did that for almost 3 years. Extreme? I think so. But it worked for my personality. That's the key. Know yourself, then design your method around you. So let's recap. Discipline starts with your values, your purpose, and your priorities. Those create focus. Focus leads to action. Action creates results. And results trigger dopamine, reinforcing your actions and building strong habit loops. That's how discipline rewires your brain. It's not through punishment or force. It has nothing to do with punishment, but it's through consistent, purposeful focus and action. Discipline is not about punishment, so get that out of your head. Discipline is about training. It's how you train your brain to move in the direction of your highest values. That's it. That's how it works. Well, that's it for today. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Until next time, I'm Scott Wilkinson, and this is Foundations of Character.